Hello, everybody, and welcome to a not really an episode of Aurogiri, but just a general service announcement. So, I just heard about this from a guy on my friends list, and thanks to him. And then I looked it up, and it's a real thing. So, what I'm talking about, it's in the title, um, is that there's like a PSN message, a certain kind of PSN message right now that if you receive the notification for it, there's like a message or something like it's like a line of code or something like that that is sent via message that when it is received to your console, it puts your console into a bricked state, and the only way to get out of it is by factory resetting your console or going into safe mode and rebuilding databases, one of those two things. And it's kind of scary. Oh good, the comments work. Hey Teddy Bread, how you doing? So um yeah um and it could be anyone. Like the story of how this went down, it went down on Reddit. The story was these guys were playing Rainbow Six Siege or whatever, and they beat this enemy team, and one of the guys in the enemy team jumped over to like a dummy account, like a second account he had, and from that account he sent the whole team messages, and um, 5 out of the 6 team members had their consoles bricked because of the message. However, one of them did not get his console bricked, and that was because his messages are set to private, so he was not able to receive the message that the guy had sent. So, um, what I've been told is for the time being, until we've heard official word from Sony that this has been resolved, everyone should go on their PlayStation, go to their messages, like the messages tab, hit your option buttons, and just set your settings, set your privacy settings. And from there, you can choose friends only, or you can choose no messages at all. And if you have a tightly knit group of friends, no one's gonna, screw you over. By all means, just set it to friends only. Like, don't get like messages from randoms or anything like that. You have options. For me, I tend to accept every single person who sends me a friend request. Like all you guys, all the subscribers, everyone who just wants to know more about Aurogiri Onigiri. I get friend requests like on the daily a lot, and I try to accept those I can. Some are a little sketchy, I don't. But right now, I have like 300 some friends, like all you guys, basically. And, like, I love y'all, but I can't trust y'all. And some people are just, I don't know who people are. So I tried to, like, remove a lot of people that I don't know who they are, or they haven't been on for months or weeks or days or anything like that. Like, if I recognize you guys PSN, I'll leave you there. But, like, for those I don't, I'm just like, whatever. And I did like maybe like 40 people, 40, 50 people, and then I'm just like, there are still 300 people on this friends list. So I'm like, I can't trust everyone. So for now, I just have my messages set to like no one. Um, I might have. I went through the list the best I could. Like if I recognize a PSN and I know the person, it's gonna stay there. If I don't, it's gone. But if I don't know who it is, we haven't probably messaged ever, so you know. Um, oh, perfect. There you go. Hey Trent. So yeah. So that's what I did right now. I can't get PSN messages till this all blows over because I don't want to get my console bricked, basically. And if you do get your console bricked, it's not the end of the world. It's just a huge inconvenience. This isn't like it becomes a brick and it's useless. It's like it won't load up and you have to factory default it. And then you'd have to like boot up your PS4, factory default, re-download all your shit, re-put in your passwords, all that stuff. Like your account would be fine. It's just the console itself. And it should be like Mm, it's hard to say. Like, I assume it would be tied to the primary PSN. Like you know your PSN, your PlayStation has a primary PSN link to it. I don't think that matters because they said so long as the message appears, like, so if the message shows up as a notification, it'll trigger because it's like red or something. But if you don't have your notifications on and you just get like if you don't see your notifications and you go to check that message and you open it up, then it will trigger. Um, I don't know the message they send. I watched a YouTube video. I watched a couple YouTube videos before about it, and I wanted to like make sure I got my boys a video so that they know. Everyone's got to learn about it and tell their own community. So I watched a video and the guy said like I'm not gonna say anything about what was said because you can't once you know the word you can't just spread the cancer because you put that into the wrong hands, boom 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 boom. It's gonna spread like wildfire. So I don't know what the code is. I don't know what it is, but it's a thing. There was a warning on like it's a gamer247.com or something. You can look it up. You just go on Google PS4 brick messages and they'll tell you all about it. I just want to make sure you guys know. Yeah. Yeah, I know who you are. Yeah. For sure. I know you got my back. So, yeah, I don't know what the message is. All I know is that generally you would receive the message from like a fake account, like a Smurf account or anything like that. Those like long ago there was a thing where if you got a message from someone without a profile picture and you replied to them, like you would fuck up your notifications. Like this is like the next level beyond that. And my policy was never reply to someone who doesn't have a profile picture. Just fucking delete them and be gone. Because I went through that shit and I did not get notifications for like a good 2 weeks. It was annoying. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Protect yourselves, like I say. Go to your messages, hit your options button. Set your messages to friends only, or if you don't trust your friends further than you can throw a dumbbell, then set it to no one until it gets resolved. That's my advice. Follow it if you want. You don't have to. I mean, you can take the risk. I mean, if you're a low-profile person, go by all means. You're probably not going to get affected by this unless you go like, unless you go, you go like destroy someone in like Call of Duty and they get salty and they go all PSN school shooter on you. It's like, oh man, this guy ended my kill streak. I'm gonna go kill streak his PS4. Drop that tactical nuke. Hey, gaming. So yeah. So set your PSN messages to private or friends only. If you don't want to do that, maybe turn off notifications. Don't check your messages. Like, people said that even if you check your messages from the phone app, it didn't work or something. Like, it didn't prevent it. I don't know. It's really weird. I wish they would have shown screenshots, but it was on a official, like, newsy website, so that's a good point. I think maybe male. Let's take for a hypothesis here. Let's say that someone is like actively hacking their PS4, right? And they're doing things that violate terms of service beyond belief, and they're doing things potentially even criminally, like criminal stuff on the PS4. Let's just say like that level of harassment or whatever. And then Sony finds out about this and someone's doing that. I'm pretty sure Sony has like a kill switch code that they could be like, okay, we're gonna brick the console. Like, as long as that console is connected to the internet, we're gonna brick it and they gotta restart it. Like, there's probably a code for that. And this might be that code. Like, you gotta assume that Sony would have that kind of authority. that goes beyond just blocking an account or whatever and just bricking that console. So like, because it's not permanent, because you can go in, you have to factory reset your console, or you know, you have to go into safe mode and rebuild the databases, and that can take a few hours if you do it, rebuild database. But what that should do is it should make your console look at itself, sort of like when you defrag your computer, it's going to look at itself and it's going to go back to the last. It's like a restore point, basically. It's going to look at itself and be like, okay, I was working fine up until X point. We're going to rebuild myself up until that point. And that can take a few hours to do. And you don't want to, like, shut your power off during that time or anything like that, because then you'd fuck it all up and you'd lose save data and shit like that. But that's an option if that happens to you, and I don't think it will. Like I was trying to say earlier, like, if you're a low-profile person and you're just, like, you know, just an average Joe, this probably isn't going to affect you much. I'm pretty sure that people with this code aren't just like logging in and looking up PSN names and just dropping them in. I doubt it. But for me, or any of you guys that do YouTube, or you're a prominent name, or, you know, you've got a few thousand followers or whatever, like someone like me, like there's tons of people. Some people don't like me. Some people do like me. And some people are just my friend list, and then I don't reply to their comment or something, and they get mad at me. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't understand people. If I did, we'd have a perfect world. I'd be in charge. But yeah. So just keep your PlayStation on the low profile for the time being. You know, because I won't have my PlayStation messages on until this gets resolved. I don't want to factory reset my PS4. I like you. Hello. But what I can say is, for you guys that do want to get in contact with me during this time, the Discord is there. If you're not in it, you know, you can just look up Aurogiri Discord, and you know, if you go on the Onigiri Discord, you can send me messages there. You can type in the group chat. Like, if you need to get a hold of me, it'll be there. Don't worry about it. Because I know some of you guys will PSN message me, like, questions and stuff, and I'll do my best to answer them the best I can, but sometimes I just disappear. I just fuck off and go do something else. But I try. But, you know, if ever guys have questions, like, Discord. Viper was asking, do I know if stalls are coming back? I have no idea. I feel like they will, once they come up with a solution to the stall scamming, because I think we raised enough noise that Cyberset became aware of it, or maybe they had GMs log in and they just look the fuck around and they're like, I can't move. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I hope it's not price caps on items, because I'd price cap friendship items. Fuck yeah. Like, stalls are in purgatory right now. So, like, if I go Bazaar... Like, I have a Bazaar. It's actually... Oh my... I bought my Bazaar and it wore off. Like, I have a Bazaar. I have an unlimited bronze Bazaar ticket. However, I can't put anything in it. Like, anything at all. Everything, every little item, even a refreshing leaf, says non-bazaarable. That's what they did. They just made everything non-bazaarable. But bazaars exist. But since you can't put anything in them, we can't drop the bazaars down. So until they go about themselves to get rid of this non-bazaarable and everything, bazaars are bricked, essentially. But if they're coming back, I'm pretty sure they will someday, soon, perhaps. Hopefully. But, only time will tell for that. But the more pressing matter is, you know, protect yourselves. Put your messages in private, you know, like friends only. If you trust your friends, if you don't trust your friends, then what are they good for? But, you know. Hey Bruce, the guy I watched a YouTube video, like, I watched a YouTube video before this, the guy said, like, I'm pretty sure you could find out the code, if you really absolutely needed to find it out, you could, with the whole Google, but, it's one of those things where you don't want it to spread around, you know, like, you don't want to know what that code is until after it's fixed, because... You know, that gets into the wrong hands. Like, I make this video, and then Joe Blow Schmo over there hears it. He's like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna go send this guy a message. Or, oh, man, my friend just beat me up. And, or, like, you know, like, you get mad at your friend. You go brick his console. Haha, it's a joke, it's a joke. Well, dude, you're fucking doing shit. Can't tell you, Bruce. It's forbidden knowledge. It's a secret to everyone. I don't know what it is. I'm calling it a code. It could be letters. It could be a paragraph. I don't know what it is. It's 747-899-321-8967-446999-420. Fortnite. That's the code. The code's anything. No. Why would I? I don't know what it is. I just told you. That's what it is. Anyway, that's beyond the point. I did want to just make sure you guys were aware to protect yourselves. You know, the virus is spreading. Get your vaccine. Protect yourself from everything. And, you know, tell your friends. Like, a lot of bricking reports come from Rainbow. It's probably just a shit game. Let me just look it up real quick. Like, if you type in, like, PS4 bricking message, that's what I looked up, basically. And there it is, VG247, so that's a website. Even Destructoid is reporting on this, okay? So we have NeoWin, Destructoid, and VG247. And it says, PS4 users warned to set messages to private after receiving message that bricks their console. PSA from Destructoid, PSN direct message bug, maybe bricking PS4 consoles. Melissa's message is bricking consoles, users advised to turn off messaging. And there's a couple of videos about it, and there's one video of a guy just reading PSN messages of, like, people sending booty messages. That's 11 hours ago. That's just there. And the recommended. There's one on How to Geek, VG24, Push Square, Destructoid, NeoWin. I guess I'll read the Destructoid article. Hey Dumas, your shit got bricked. Saying hola. Bricking is like, your console is like a square, right? It's like a rectangle. And when it stops working, it's just a heavy object. Brick just means like it stops working. It's just a brick. That's all it is. Bricking just means you have to factory default it. It's obsolete. It does not work until you reset your settings on it. It's become a brick. Like a Pokeball is just a Pokeball. Pokeball is just a ball if there's no Pokemon, right? It's just a ball. It's a brick. It doesn't do anything. Your PS4 is not working, then Dumbass TV, what you gotta do is you got to turn your PS4 off, like make sure it's off, and you gotta like push your power button for like 10 seconds, okay? So push your power button for like 10 seconds, like press and hold it for 10 seconds, and it's gonna boot you up into safe mode of your PS4. And then after that happens, you have to use your PS4 charge cable, plug that into your PS4, and then turn your controller on. And then you will need to, I think you need to pick a language, maybe yes or no. And then you have to go to reset factory default, or you'll have to hit rebuild databases. Rebuilding databases will take a couple hours. and it's going to rebuild your PS4 to the state it was before it got bricked, before it stopped working. Otherwise, factory default's just going to reset your PS4 to day one, and you got to re-log into it and re-download your games and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that's what we're trying to prevent right now. The thing that's happening to dumbass right there, that's what's happening to people. So, got to protect yourselves. So your games are tied to your account, right? Like your games, like the games you have bought. No, you don't have to buy your games again. No. The games that you downloaded that are on your account, you just got to re-download them. It's the same thing as going to your friend's PS4, your friend's house. You log into his thing and you download your game. That's all it is. But if you're worried about your save data and stuff, make sure you hit rebuild database, and that's going to rebuild your save data and all that stuff, because the PlayStation 4 has like a peripheral memory. It's going to, it's going to remember what's there, what was there. So that's what you got to do. And if you want further help, just look it up. Say restore databases and stuff like that. Yeah, like game shit, yeah. So, but yeah, just look up a guide, say like, I want to rebuild databases on my PS4, and it'll have a step-on-step guide. It'll say just what I said, follow those steps. It'll take a few hours to make sure it's plugged in. You're not going to lose power or nothing, because if the power does go out while it's rebuilding, shit's going to fuck up. It's going to break, like, it's going to be like, like imagine you're rebuilding a house of cards, and then the lightning strikes it, and it's like, fuck, Yeah. That's what's going around right now. So let's just finish off this video warning with an article from Destructo. I'm just going to read it word for word here. So PSA, PSN malicious message bug may be soft locking PlayStation 4 consoles. So it says set your messages to private, and this was put out August 13th at 1700 hours, so 5 o'clock, so about 6-7 hours ago. And it says, just a quick heads up, folks. There are reports buzzing around the internet, Reddit in particular, that PS4 owners have their consoles soft bricked. So they already made a typo. This is a fresh article. PS4 owners are having their consoles soft bricked via a bug that is sent through the private message system. Some users are reporting that the bug kicks in when the offending message is read, while others are suggesting that you merely need to receive notification of the message in order to do the damage, with victims stating they had to perform a factory reset to regain control of their beloved PS4. So maybe it's an idea to check in on your privacy options and switch messages to friends only or no one for now. And the path to do this is settings, account management, privacy settings, personal info messaging, and then you pick the option you want, and they say better safe than sorry. We now return you to whatever you were just doing. And then they post a picture of a brick. So that's the long and short of that. Are there any comments? Okay, this guy is just talking whatever. They're all just shitposting. The comments are all just shitposting. This guy's like, joke's on them. My PS4 privacy settings reflect my real life. No one. Oh, I just made myself sad. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anybody in here who got fucked up. Yeah, there's no real comments about stuff. People just like to do stuff like that for sure. This guy said, cool character. Thanks. I haven't even seen their character, but you too. Yeah. So that said, guys, 25 minutes. I know it's really long, but what's an Aurogiri? When I make a video, I'm here to stay. I'm here to give you the rundown. So, you know, like I said, tell your friends, spread the word, protect each other. The storm is coming. Hopefully it gets fixed soon, because if all the big media sites are talking about it and hashtag Sony's going around, Sony will be around the clock doing something else, and then they'll get onto this, because that's what happens. But you're welcome, Justin. You're welcome, everybody. You know, spread the word, protect yourselves. Hopefully it doesn't happen to you guys, and hopefully it won't happen to me or no one else. So, like I said, either friends only or no one. Depends who you trust. And best of luck. Hopefully it happens to no one. And if it does, you know, factory reset. Not even factory reset. Just rebuild databases in your PS4. It'll take a couple hours. Go work out. Go run. Go read a book. Whatever. You know. And then when you get back on, you get that out of there. For sure. So peace out, guys. I'm going to bed. It's about 3 in the morning. And hopefully this all blows over in the morning.